U.S. Weather Impacts Briefing, December 12th, 2025. Today's national weather pattern is governed by a strong, long wave trough, digging across the eastern conus and a broad ridge anchored over the west coast, ejecting a series of fast-moving clipper systems across the northern tier, while broad high pressure dominates much of the south and west. This pattern is driving varied aviation impacts from winter weather and low ceilings in the north to benign but seasonably dry and VFR conditions through much of the deep south and Florida. Across the northern plains into the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, a clipper system progressing southeastward is reinforcing cold air and producing snow showers, lake effect enhancement, and gusty northwest winds. These conditions are supporting locally reduced visibilities, IFR/MVFR conditions and snow bands, and strong wind gusts aloft, with blowing snow and lowering ceilings that will challenge approaches and departures at regional fields. In the Upper Michigan Keweenaw vicinity of Lake Superior, expect snow rates of several inches combined with 30 to 40 knot winds, resulting in significant snow-induced visibility restrictions and hazardous gust-driven turbulence near the surface. Winds will produce heavy freezing spray and gales on Lake Superior, presenting hazards for any marine or low-altitude operations there today. In the central and northern Rockies, high terrain remains dry under the western ridge, with mostly VFR above mountain inversion layers, but some valley fog and stratus possible under light drainage winds. From the northern plains eastward through the upper Ohio Valley and into the Appalachians and mid-Atlantic, the trough and embedded short waves are supporting scattered flurries, light snow, and generally cold, dry air. Expect mainly VFR with pockets of MVFR IFR, where light snow or low stratus persists, especially across higher terrain and in parts of the Appalachian region, where light snow and flurries are noted. The southern plains and lower Mississippi Valley remain under milder and relatively quiet conditions, with dry high pressure in control, yielding widespread VFR and minimal significant ceilings or visibility issues today. Across the southeast and Gulf Coast, including Florida and the deep south, high pressure and dry air are dominating. South Florida, including the Treasure Coast and Miami areas, will hold mostly dry and seasonable weather with VFR conditions prevailing through the TAF period and light easterly flow. Morning low-level moisture is limited, so fog concerns remain minimal at major terminals. Tampa Bay through central Florida also remains VF with warming trends as surface high pressure persists. Along the Atlantic South and Carolina coast, VFR prevails, but with increasing gradient winds ahead of the approaching cold front that will arrive later this weekend. So no significant ceilings or thunderstorms are expected today. The mid-Atlantic into New England is under cold advection with modest cloud cover. Occasional light flurries or very light snow may nudge ceilings lower temporarily, but widespread restrictions are not anticipated. In the west, the ridge supports dry and calm conditions from Southern California, through the Great Basin and into the Pacific Northwest interior. Coastal and valley fog or low marine stratus can develop under light offshore flow, but the dominant pattern is dry with little precipitation and predominantly VFR for most terminals. The only noted aviation impact west of the Rockies is potential fog and stratus in sheltered inland valleys. But the strong subsidence under the ridge will limit widespread IFR. Today's weather reflects a strong east-west gradient between the entrenched eastern trough and western ridge, with the most impactful aviation conditions centered on winter weather in the northern tier and quiet but dry and VFR elsewhere. Stay alert for local fluctuations in ceilings and occasional snow-induced visibility drops in the upper Midwest and Great Lakes regions.